Hi, I'm Karan Arula. I work with the Defense Innovation Organization as a program executive. I am part of the iDEX team. Yeah.
So now that the iDEX roadshow is going on, what is your expectation? What is you're expecting to see this year at the sixth edition?
I think number of applications that we've never seen before. We have been on an ever growing numbers. So the number of challenges that we used to pose in disc one were somewhere around 5 7. Now we've come up with 38 challenges in one part of the game. The other game again has 6 different challenges. So we posing 44 challenges invites at least 2 3 winners in each challenge, and we expect around 60 70 odd winners in this challenge. So the number of applications again grow multiple folds. So that's what we are hoping, and we're traveling across the country throughout, engaging with a lot of startups and MSMEs to just make sure that they have some solutions for the defense ecosystem and they can apply throughout. So that's what we are hoping for.
You also spoke about like there will be a grant up to 1.5 crore, depending on the nature of the challenge and the innovation. But you also said that the participants also have to match up to the grant. Will there be any kind of support, financial support, as in guidance, also for the participants?
So yes, so what we are trying to do now is we are also roping in a lot of banks and a lot of funds like we mentioned. So what we are trying to bring in is either loans in form of equity, either convertible loans, or some form of investment that can bring in the that confidence into the startup that okay, yes, I can bring in the matching contribution throughout the project. And even so, if we are giving 1.5 cr grant, so they need not get the 1.5 cr right up front the project, so they can bring it in different milestones. So what they need to do is to kick off the project, they only need to get 10% of the entire grant. So let's say if the project cost is 2 crores, they only need to get 20 lakhs to start the project, and then they can keep gathering funds as they move forward. And the only condition is why we are asking them to get the matching contribution is just to make sure that the startup also has that skin in the game, also has that they are building something for themselves as well. So that's the prime reason for matching contribution. That not only includes cash component, but also includes past expenditure that they've done, or maybe some in-kind support that they can bring in. So we do have bifurcations to make it easier for the startup, but yes, the matching contribution needs to match the amount of grant that they're requesting for.
Definitely, for participation, there are challenges already uploaded on the website, and another thing is the participants also should have some good innovation or ideas with them. But apart from that, what are the criterias that you see while selecting the participating teams?
So see, we look at the holistic approach. We go around by looking at the technology side, how technically sound the team is, how big the team is, whether they do have the capacity to raise funds if they don't have funds of their own, and whether they are able to execute the problem statement, whether they've understood the problem statement at the first point. Because see, problem statements are tricky. So defense does not give you a detailed PDS or a detailed problem definition at the very beginning. So whether they've understood the problem correctly or not is one challenge, and then proposing a solution that fits the requirement is another challenge. So that's the reason when the applications are scrutinized, we do have a high-powered steering committee, and that committee generally comprises of all stakeholders. So they have people from the startup ecosystem, they have people from incubators, from the nodal agencies, from industry experts, from academic reps. So they have an all-round, committee that is formed, and then they go on to evaluate the application on different fronts. Even DIO is a part of the committee, but we generally look at whether the startup is able to bring in the matching contribution or they're able to execute the project. So there is yes, we do look at a lot of things, but all in all it's just the zeal that matters. So if the startup thinks that he can pull it off, so he'll prepare a presentation in such a manner. So that's what we see.
And during the conversation discussion, it was also mentioned that iDEX would like to encourage all these startups also to promote their services not only in India but in international market as well. So has there been any collaboration like that, or any talks are going on?
So see, iDEX itself is a very young organization, right? So we are in talks with a lot of organizations, but again, till something is finalized, we can't really reveal anything about that. But yes, we are in talks. A lot of meetings are ongoing. A lot of delegations are visiting our startup facilities and meeting our startups just to see the quality of technologies that they're building and how those technologies can be used by them. So yes, a lot of collaborations are in the pipeline, but we're still not sure as to how it will go forward. But yes, we are looking at expanding our bandwidth also to make sure our startups get a visibility beyond the country. So that's something on the lines.
Thank you so much.
No problem. My pleasure.